Hey everyone, it's me again. I'm going to show you guys a little trick to get Star Citizen up and running for all of you with ATI CrossfireX graphics cards. So, first of all, if you're like, wait, do I have CrossfireX? If you have dual ATI graphics cards in your computer and they're connected with a little gold cable called a Crossfire bridge, yep, you have CrossfireX. So, if you go into your Catalyst Control Center, and if you go down to where it talks about, enabling CrossfireX, most of you probably already have that enabled. And then when you load it up Star Citizen, it looks horrible. The graphics look pretty. It's just when you try to move, everything gets out of control. Like, it's really jaggy. Everything bounces around. It looks like you're running through a strobe light. And that's just not acceptable for such a beautiful game like Star Citizen, especially a game that requires really fast movement. And, you just can't be having none of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something very simple. So you can either click on the link down below and open up the Dropbox file, or you can just type these here. This is a notepad file. It's got some console commands in it. The most important one, the only one you actually have to have, is this one as far as I know. R_multi-GPU space equals space 1. Okay? So how you'll put those in, we'll talk about in just a second. So all you're going to do is you can type these in and copy them. You're going to copy those and close this out. And then you're going to go to your system files or your program files. And in my case, I'm in my E drive. So I come over here to my E drive and I scroll down and I'm like, oh, there's my beloved Star Citizen. Oh, how I love you. Okay. And then you're going to click on Citizen Client. And down at the very bottom is a file called system.cfg. And if the name has somehow changed, just look for CFG in the file type. And when you try to click on it and open it, it's going to pop up a warning that says, hey, Windows doesn't know what this is. Do you want to download something, or do you want to look for an appropriate program from a list? So you're going to click on the list, and you're going to select Notepad so that when I open it up, boom, there's Notepad. And then all you're going to do, like all this stuff's here, this stuff's here. So all I did is I just hit enter, made a space, and then I just pasted my stuff in there, and boom, there it is right here. Okay? Once that's done, you just hit File, Save, and you're done. Now, you may have to, when you open up Star Citizen for the first time, after you've done this, you may have to actually hit your tilde key. That's above the escape, or below the escape key, if you're not sure what that means. And it brings up your console command menu. And you're just going to type in R_multi-GPU space equals space 1. And then you can go through and type in these other things later as well and hit enter after each one, and it should enable them. Okay. There was one for VSync, but I found when you turn VSync off, obviously the screen looked super jagged and awful, so I wouldn't recommend that. It's strictly for FPS increase. It is not for looks. So I went ahead and took it out because a few more frames per second wasn't worth my game looking stupid. So just save it and you are good to go. So enjoy.